Let's go. Let's put up our first 20 minutes on the clock. All right. Let's go over to here.
It's time to do.
And I'm going to go over to the terminal. And we are going. So here's the deal. Here's the deal, right? First and foremost, yesterday, I don't know what the hell happened with my Docker. It must have started happening maybe on, what day was that? It must have been like starting Thursday, Friday-ish, because it crashed, and then I tried to open it again and it said, nope. It says no soup for you, no Docker. I was like, if I can't use Docker, then my life is over, right? That's literally how I felt. And then, so somehow I got it partially running yesterday, and then this morning it was running a little bit better. And then I got the command line stuff because I couldn't even do this yesterday, this morning, right? I did like a Docker PS, and I couldn't even do this, right? I couldn't even. It was saying like no Docker command find. I was like, what in the world? Me and Docker are like tight like that. We're besties. Me and Docker are besties. Not besties like me and Mitch are, but we're besties, you know? Everything that I do it through Docker. 99% of the things, right? So I had to figure out a workaround, but we got it working. So we're back, right? We're still able to push through the show yesterday, the Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate show. We reviewed a bunch of economic indicators. But if I couldn't get it working because Kubernetes will not work without Docker, right? So I had to figure out a way this morning, and I got it to work. So with that being said, we are going to get started. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start up Minikube. Do you remember the command to start up Minikube? If you guessed Minikube start, then you would be correct. All right, so restarting Docker for Minikube and using image Docker, Kubernetes UI, dashboard, all that good stuff. And if I do Docker PS again, let me clear that out, Docker PS, we will have Minikube up and running. And I'm gonna use this tab right here to start up the tunnel, right? So Minikube tunnel. And we have our starting tunnel for services, UDCFE. Why is the FE up? I don't know. I gotta check that out. But we have that up, and we will, let's see. Let me clear that out. Docker PS again. Okay. So what I'm also gonna do, I don't know if I can, maybe I have to do this in another tab, but I'm gonna do one more tab, and we're gonna do not Docker, we're gonna do Minikube dashboard. We can get our dashboard up and running. So we're remembering some of these commands. We are remembering some of these commands. So I'm going to put this over here, and let's take a quick look at our dashboard to see what we have going on. All right, let's go over to here. And we have, let me see, deployments, 2 deployments running. The front end is not running. UDC Mongo is running. So let me see, we have 1 failed, which would be the UDC front end. We have replicas to 1 pending. Let's see. So what we ended up doing last time, we were trying to get the back end to start, right? But we ended up just creating a specific pod, right? This one right here. It failed because I forgot the exact reason that it failed. Let's see if we have any logs in here. So it pulled the image, right? So this dashboard is absolutely amazing, I must say. And it's really cool that it's built in, that we can look at it. So let's see what happens. So the events that happen, so pulling the image, from my last week, we ended up pushing the image for the Urban Dictionary of Economic Data to our Docker registry, right? So that way we could just bypass using the local registry. That's something that we probably will revisit later on. But for now, pulling the image from my Docker registry, and let's see what else happened. It said backing off, failed restarting container, successfully pulled image, all right, and then created the container, started, and then let me see. Is there any other additional details in there? Let me see. First scene, last scene. All right, let's see. Pod 10 box change. It will be killed and recreated. Back off, restarting container. So it doesn't. Let me see if there's any log. I'm looking for some logs to see if we have any logs in here. Let's see. Because I remember it was something about it couldn't. It said that it couldn't. Let's check deployments. No pods. Looking for this one, but I don't see the. I don't see the reason. So database connection, Mongo. So we're trying to all right. I remember we were saying it was saying that something with the database connection, right? Now, so there goes the environment variable for database connection. Now the question is, does this exist in our database? So here, let's do this. We're gonna go like this, right? We're gonna go like this. We're going to do. Let me open up. What do you call it? Compass, right? And I'm gonna go to because what I'm gonna do just so we can get this working or partially working, and then we can come back to it and do a little bit more. We can always like make it better, but I want to get it to work first, and then we can make it better, right? So I am gonna go to this one. That one doesn't connect. Let's go to this one. What? Hold on. Let's see. Go here. So I don't have it. So Docker start udec -mongo. All right, so that's started. So now if I go to connect to this one, Mongo command host info requires authentication. Let me try the other one then. All right, so there goes this one. What I'm going to do is let's connect to that one as well. So now we're connected to both. We're connected to the one that I have locally with my the one that I have locally with let me disconnect from this one. The one that I have locally on Docker, right? And I want to copy this database into this one, just so like we'll end up creating it later on as well. But I just want to get the data just so we have a one less step to worry about, and then we can work backwards after. So let's do. I wonder if I wish I could just export this whole database. Let me see. What does Compass offer us? Don't see anything yet. So let's do this. Let's go into Urban Dictionary of Economic Data. Let's go into here. We're going to add a database, and we're going to call it Urban Dictionary Economic Data. And I'm going to call the collection dictionaries. All right. Let's create that database. And I am going to do where do I get all of these? Oh, let's do export data. Oh, we're gonna do export full collection. Let's do that. We'll do it as JSON, and I'll put it in. Let's do that. Oh, it already exists. So I'll do. Let's update it because we might have made some changes from the last time we exported. So we'll do. Today is 01/12/2025. Let's do that. And now let's go in here and let's do add data, import JSON or CSV file. Choose that, and we're going to import. And if we were to go to let's just get something. Get rid of that. Why is there only one in there? Oh, you know what? I probably imported the wrong one. Let me do that import again. So let's do import. Oh, that is the right one. That is the right one. Okay, there we go. 17 documents written. All right. So I wasn't patient enough. That's all. Let's see. How would I get those documents? Fine. Let me see. Oops. So why am I not getting everything? It says it got imported. Let me see. All right, there we go. So we're good to go. So we have all of our data in there, so we don't have to worry about the data. We don't have to worry about everything being in there. So now we should be able to worry about our connecting to the database and to So let's do mini or not cube. What is it? It's a cube CTO, and we're going to say get pods. And we have some pods running. So last week we ended up creating a pod individually. So this is for the backend, right? But we weren't able to do it through the deployment or the service because we had trouble setting the environment variable. So what I want to do, I want to take some time to look at how, because I want to do it the right way of creating the services and adding and having that environment variable. I don't want to take shortcuts, to be honest with you. All right. So let's do some research. Okay. Let's go over here and I want to search for adding environment variable to Kubernetes service. All right. All right. So you can set environment variables using the env and env from field in your pod manifest. But what if you're using it through the command line? Let's see. So define environment variables for a container. To add environment variables in Kubernetes service command line, you can use command lines with kubectl set env example. You can also set, all right, so let's take a look at the set env example then. Let me see. So let me do another one. Kubernetes set env example or set env. Let's take a look. Set env. So define variables. All right, so let's take a look at that. Define variables for container. Allows you to set environment variables for container specifying a value directly for each variable name that you pass. Where do you set that though? Let me see. So an env from allows you to set environment variables for a container referencing either a config map or a secret. All right, so we're not using that one for now. Let me see. So they're doing it in a okay, a pods inject. That is weird. We could do that, but I don't want to. Is that the only way? That can't be right. Let me see. Or what if we do? Because you can set the port. So Kubernetes deployment. with environment variables. How about that? Let me see. So I don't want to have to use the YAML already. Like there should be a way to do it manually. I mean, if not, then we'll do what we have to do. But it seems a bit annoying. See, this is the one that we did last time, and that was to that's the one that we did last time, and that was to just create a specific pod, which is not exactly what I wanted to do. I want to be able to do a deployment and a service, and then be able to pass in the environment variable into that deployment or service. Let me see, because like if you can't pass environment variables, what's the purpose of the whole service and stuff? Like, do you have to create pods over and over and over again all on your own? So I don't know. It's kind of weird. Let me see what this says. Nah, let me see. Kubernetes service with environment variable. Secure AWS. Let me see. Using environment variables for communication. So a service in Kubernetes exposes an application running in your cluster behind a single outward-facing endpoint. So if we were to do, we'd have to do this, right? I guess in order to pass that environment. But that's annoying. I refuse to believe that I can't pass an environment variable. Let me see. Let's see. Setting environment variables on services based on. So it looks like you have to create a deployment file. That makes no sense though. I mean, if that's what's gonna be, then that's what's gonna be. See, everything is talking about this. So that was Kubernetes is designed to have service decoupled from pods. You cannot inject a service or secret or env in a running pod. Okay. So let's try this. So let's see how well our memory serves us. It's going to be kubectl create deployment udec-be for the backend --image equals tech coach Ralph / udec-be :latest. No. Is there any? Let me take a look at the course information for Kubernetes to see when we are creating our when we're creating our deployment, that's fine. You can do the port, you can delete a pod, you can auto scale. Let me see. Create deployment. Describe, sort, dummy image. All right, so here is where they get into the YAML part, which we're not even at that part in the class yet. But that is a bit annoying. that I'm not able to pass an environment variable in here. Oh, understanding environment variables created by Kubernetes for services.
Lunch break. Lunch break.
Well, there's a section on there, but I don't see anything in the. Maybe it's part of the deployment.yaml, which really sucks. Let me take a look at this. I don't even have a deployment.yaml in here. All right. Well, how do we proceed? Because without the Mongo, the application is not going to start. My 20 minutes go up. I didn't hear nothing. What happened to my sound? But I guess it's time for break. For some reason, it did not let me know that it was break time. But we will go to break nonetheless. Let me check my settings. Let me go to full screen. Let me check because I need to have my notifications running. Let me see. Make sure that's working. Let me see.
They said I never rise, tried to clip my wings, but now I own the skies. I'm the one who sings. I stood on the battlefield bold and raw. They tried to cut me down, said I taste the flaw. But here I stand now feeling tall. The doubts crumble like a castle wall.
Wanna run the war under the burning sun.
Now I watch them run like the night undone. They wanted us down to see us crawl, but in the end we broke the fall. They fall.
They whispered words meant to twist and bind. Told me my dreams were just lost in time. But I kept my heart wild and free. Their darkness couldn't swallow me.
They laughed behind my back, called me just a dreamer, but now I'm on the track. I'm a true believer.
Look at them running, ducking and hiding. They thought we'd fall. Now we're the titans.
They tried to take me down, told me I'd be nothing, but wore a broken crown. Now I'm the one bluffing.
We won the war under the burning sun.
Now I watch them run like the night undone. They wanted us down to see us crawl, but in the end we broke, they fall.
Look at them running, ducking and hiding. They thought we'd fall.
Now we're the titans. Look at them now, head in their hands. We built a kingdom from the wastelands. United and fierce, our spirits soar. They never knew we'd win this war.
We wanted it so bad. We fought their toughest fight. Now they stand so sad, blinded by our light. We won the war under the burning sun. Now watch them run like the night undone. They wanted us down to see us crawl, but in the end we broke. They fall. They fall.
Now they the shadows hiding in fear. We the beacon shining bright and clear. They echoes fade in the dust we rise, with victory's flame in our eyes. Now they the shadows hiding in fear. We the beacon shining bright and clear. They echoes fade in the dust we rise, with victory's flame in our eyes.